Shalom Rainicorns, it's Ellie the Empress here, and today we're talking about evolving spiritually in business and entrepreneurship. So, if you have a job and you would like to keep your job, of course, you could always have your job. It's good to have a side hustle and some form of investments on the side, though, because being stuck in someone else's construct of what your life could be is not what you want to do. That's evolving spiritually. So if you would like to take certain time off without your finances being affected, you should be able to do that. If you would like to change what you would like to do without your finances or your lifestyle being affected too much, you should be able to do that. And so I always encourage investing. Not everybody has to be an entrepreneur, but everyone should be an investor to some extent, okay? So we're going to be talking about that today in this stream. So really quickly, I'm going to let y'all hear this.
First movie is coming out, and you can also pre-order the book that is based on. This book goes into depth on everything real estate and the future of investing. Pre-order now and watch out for the movie. VDRE's first movie is coming out, and you can also pre-order the book that is based on. This book goes into depth on everything real estate and the future of investing. Pre-order now and watch out for the movie.
Okay. So, like I said, I do have a book available for pre-order. And you can go to my real estate website in my About tab and you'll be able to find it. There's less than 200 copies available for you to pre-order, okay? And so that book is based on this, okay? So what in the world is going on? How do we evolve spiritually in business? It's just corporate stuff, corporate things going on. All right. That is just the basis of what we see because of the matrix. The way that the matrix allows things to appear, it just appears very surface level. You're not thinking on the basis of how is this affecting the collective spiritually. It's just, oh, well, how much money can I make today? Okay, that is not what's happening. That's why you have to be in your purpose when it comes to your occupation. Okay, so I'm going to read a chapter from this book, but let me first read a chapter from #New Age Investing. So this is not the book that is available for pre-order. You can get this book immediately right now. This is linked directly on my About tab. What I like to do with this book is an ebook, so you can print it out and do this as well, or just scroll on your phone. I like to use it like tarot cards and just flip to a space randomly, and that's the message for us. Okay. I knew this was going to happen. So, the way that I have my books written, there's a lot of shared information in both of them. And we just happen to flip to the exact same chapter where this information is shared. So I'm going to read this part here, and then I'm going to read the rest of it when I get back to the other book. We know that we operate in certain aspects of the third dimensional matrix. This helps us connect with those like us and those transitioning out of the rat race type of lifestyle by balancing our third dimensional interactions with the world and participating in our soul purpose. We are able to benefit the grand collective and ourselves. For more of an artistic expression of this idea, check out the last chapters in art form. But I'm telling you, okay. That was the ebook. I'm not surprised. I knew it was going to happen, but still, the fact that it happened. So, that chapter is called Spirituality and Real Estate. And this chapter that I'm going to read to y'all is called Spirituality and Real Estate. And so, when you are learning about what it is that you do as a person, so like we were talking about with the soul purpose, how does it affect the grand collective? Okay, not just the general collective, not just even the divine collective. Everybody as a whole. How is what you do affecting everyone? What impact are you making? No one's saying that you have to have millions of dollars and be able to contribute that amount financially to causes or that amount in resources to certain causes. You could be a manager or an administrator over a group of 20 people. Those 20 people can impact and make a ripple effect over so many people. Okay? You have to look deeper into what you are doing and how you are serving. What you do as an occupation in the matrix is way beyond just how much money you make. Okay, you're serving people and you're serving a cause. So what cause is that? I don't care if your job is as simple as you are someone who deals with transit. So not so much people transitioning and traveling, but shipping. Okay, so you work with trucks and like loading that's on trucks, and then the ships that get those loads shipped to different countries and different continents and stuff. Okay, if that's your job, if that's your occupation, that's very important. That's millions of dollars worth of merchandise that you're coming across daily. And if anything happens, a person, a set of people, a business would not be happy with their whatever shipment they have either being damaged or not being delivered to them properly. That's a big responsibility. So, whether you have that as your occupation, as your job, or you have your own business in that sort of industry, in that field, okay, you have to take, how are you affecting everyone? Do you have good customer service? Are you doing a good job? Do you have adequate, regulations for your employees? Are your employees happy? Do you have a good retirement plan, a good health plan, whatever the case may be for everyone you're working with? Okay, it's way beyond how much money did I make today. And then some people, they get so spiritual that they go against having a job. They go against having any sort of financial anything. A lot of people get stuck in that money is the root of all evil scripture, but that's misquoted. It's the love of money is the root of all evil. Okay, well, today's Friday. It's Heart Chakra Day. Venus, Libra, and Taurus. Okay, loving money for the sake of money itself and having no regard for how you acquire it and how you affect other people when you get it, that's the problem. The money itself is not the issue. So you can't become quote unquote so spiritual that you just disregard money altogether. That's not how this matrix works. Every time period, every timeline has a certain aspect of currency. So while right now we recognize the dollar bill, back in the day, it used to be doubloons. So it was about how many doubloons you had. It was about how many doubloons you could save, how many doubloons you could trade. And that was how the world operated back then. Now we're in this cryptocurrency age. So how many coins do you have of a particular cryptocurrency? What type of NFTs, non-fungible tokens, do you have? How much are they worth? What are they trading for? It's just about keeping up with whatever timeline you're currently participating in. Even with the value of the dollar currently right now. The US dollar was the world reserve currency for a long time. Now, the US is involving itself in a war while other countries are developing cryptocurrency blockchain technology to replace the US dollar as the world reserve currency. So with all those things happening at one time, what does that say about what you need to do as an individual? Study and be aware of these things, right? And so this chapter that we also happen to read in #NewAgeInvesting is also in the new book that you can pre-order. Less than 200 copies available, and there's an $11 discount for those who pre-order. So this is chapter 5, Spirituality and Real Estate. When people think of real estate, they think of business meetings, construction sites, project plans, and lawyers and attorneys. Those are all relevant. However, we must recognize the higher dimensional aspects versus only the third dimensional characteristics. As high vibrational beings, we comprehend the deeper meaning behind location is everything. The masses may consider costs and prices to be the highest importance. Divine beings recognize and realize that we manifest the best locations regardless of prices or costs. We know that large plots of nature are ideal for those of us who live in harmony with Gaia and the Most High God. Meditation and nutrient-rich foods exist in these types of locations. Masses of land without many buildings or concrete structures are necessary for spiritual growth. We know that we operate in certain aspects of the third dimensional matrix. This helps us connect with those like us and those transitioning out of the rat race type of lifestyle. By balancing our third dimensional interactions with the world and participating with our soul purpose, we are able to benefit the grand collective and ourselves. So take all that into consideration. Okay, a lot of people, all respect for everybody who doesn't want to participate in the matrix anymore and go off grid. All respect. All respect. I encourage it. I think that's great. I think everyone should do it. Realistically, how realistic is it to do that? How can you operate as a person involving yourself in that lifestyle? Are you able to do so? If not, then entrepreneurship is the way to go in certain aspects. Keeping your job and having investments on the side is the way to go in certain aspects, okay? So that is how you evolve spiritually. It's like we're in this space of people thinking that it's one or the other, when that is the 5D shift, knowing that everything is integrating into one. There is no separation. There is no, okay, I'm going to do this or I'm going to do that. It's, I'm going to do this because this is happening and everything is happening all at the same time. So my actions here spiritually affect my actions here business-wise. My actions here business-wise affect me spiritually. That is the truth. That is the realization of what's truly happening as the grand collective. This is not just people. This is not just our spirit entities. This is every being that lives in every plane. I know this is going to sound far-fetched to some people. We're going to see actively. Y'all remember watching Men in Black and Men in Black 2. Okay? As some people refuse to believe certain things as truths, everything that is in existence has to be told to us. There are entities that live among us that look similar to us, but not quite are us. And those who don't look like us at all, they don't look like us at all, yet they live here and they operate here. In order to survive, for whatever reason, they decided to have Earth as their planet to live on. So what do? They blend in. And they operate here. People love to talk about Pleiadians, reptilians, and blue avians, and different beings, and it's like, okay, they're controlling the matrix. How about they're just participating in it? They're just participating in the matrix that we participate in. It's just, they're more aware of the fact that it's a matrix, so it's just a game to them. It's a simulation. So are you going to get wrapped up in trying to destroy those beings, or are you going to beat them at the game? They're the ones in disguise to look like us. We're not trying to be them. A lot of us are completely unaware of what's going on. You think you're going into a job interview. That's just an energy scan. Those people at that facility know they're not going to hire you. They just want to know what your energy is like and have a conversation with you. I've had interviews like that. They knew they weren't going to hire me for whatever reasons they had. They just wanted to interview me for some reason. And how many people can relate to useless job interviews where you know that they knew that they weren't going to hire you, yet they gave you the interview anyway and got your own hopes up? No, it wasn't a job interview. That was an energy scan. That may sound far-fetched, but look where we are. It's 2023, and you may be seeing this after that year. Okay, the truth is stranger than fiction. What we were told is fiction is actually the truth. That's why spirituality is involved in business. Who are you affecting business-wise? Who is your target audience? Who is your ideal customer, your ideal client? Where do your profits go? How do you invest? This is way beyond how much money you made, the profits and the losses. It's way beyond even a return on investments. Like, you think the ROI is the bottom line? Absolutely not. If your ROI, let's just take the war for example. The ROI financially of what's happening with this war, sure, people are going to benefit financially. At what cost? At what cost are people going to benefit financially? At the cost. At the cost of other people's lives. Is it worth it? In any sense, is it worth it? Okay, then. So when you evolve spiritually, you see past the conflict. You see past picking sides. You see past this group of people supporting this group of people, that group of people supporting that group of people. You see past it. It doesn't faze you. You realize it's all the same type of manipulation, no matter what narrative you believe. It's all manipulation. It's all manipulation and manipulation of the matrix. So, would I recommend capitalizing off of things like a war? I wouldn't. However, you recognize what's happening in the grand collective and you serve based on that. You serve the grand collective based off of what is happening in current events. Now, millionaires study trends and billionaires study astrology. A lot of people already saw this coming because they are in that space of recognizing energy. Sure, there are people capitalizing off of the situation. All it means is there's another shift coming. We had the shift in 2020. This is another shift happening, transitioning into 2024. We know what's going to happen in 2024. The same thing that happened in 2020. So pay attention to timelines. By paying attention to the financial system, this is how I was aware of certain things that were going on when 2020 happened. At the end of 2019, certain aspects of the economy started to fail. No one was warned of anything. No one was told anything. Then by the time 2020 came, a bunch of financial assistance popped up out of nowhere. Now, all of a sudden, years later in 2023, we have crazy high inflation, very low job availability, very low job pay. We have strikes going on. We had a bank run earlier this year in Silicon Valley. Many things happening. So now here we are again in this cycle. You had the end of 2019. Chaos started happening. No one was talking about it. It was in the financial systems and it was shh. It was hush, hush, hush. Don't tell anyone. And then we had a disaster happen in 2020. Oh no, all of a sudden disaster. Well, now all these financial mishaps make sense, don't they? No, they were already happening before the disaster. So now all of a sudden, we have another financial disaster in the beginning of 2023. And now we have a war going on at the end of 2023, leading into 2024 when there's supposed to be another shift in leadership. Pay attention to timelines. As a business owner, as an investor, it helps you to make sound decisions. Of course, as a regular customer, as a regular consumer, as a regular job holder, you need to pay attention to these things as well. But as entrepreneurs, it's highly important for us to make sure we are serving the collective in the best ways possible. This is not about hustling. We need to have a full comprehension of what passive income is, how we can make our investments work for us, and be able to indulge in our sole purpose projects to help the general, the grand, the divine collective. That is how you evolve spiritually as an entrepreneur. When you take your business and you look at your business as a vigilante, you don't have to partner with the government for this. You don't have to ask permission from the government for this. You don't have to request that they assist you. You go out of your way as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, to put your foot down and say, this is not right. I am seeing a need and I am filling that need. I'm fulfilling my sole purpose in everything that I see wrong here. Maybe I can't fix all the problems, but I know I can fix that one. I know I can fix those 2 problems. I know I can fix those 3 problems. I can resolve a lot of issues for individuals with what I have to offer. That is what being a kingdom entrepreneur is. Okay? All right. I'm not going to be before y'all too long. I'm going to go ahead and go. Okay? Shalom, Rainicorns. I will see you in the next one. Thawara. That means thank you in Hebrew.